Hi, everyone. Here with your weekly reading. So let's see. Try to get this somewhat lined up here.
Uh, okay. There's an intensity building around you right now, something that feels almost combustible. It's not subtle, it's not quiet. It's the kind of energy that fills a room before you even enter it, that makes the air feel charged and electric. And if you've been sensing that someone's feelings toward you have shifted from simmer to boil, you're picking up on something real. It may feel as though there's a pressure mounting that can't be contained much longer. This isn't gentle affection. This isn't the soft, slow building kind of care that unfolds over time. This is heat. This is fire, barely held in check. And you might already be feeling it in the way this person's energy reaches for you, even when they're trying to stay composed, even when they're trying to keep their distance. There's a wildness underneath that composure, a current that's getting harder and harder to suppress. Some of you might notice it in their eyes, the way they look at you when they think you're not paying attention, the way their gaze lingers just a beat too long, the way something flickers across their face before they catch themselves and pull back. There is a sense of restraint here, but it's fraying, like they've been holding themselves back for reasons that made sense at the time. Timing, circumstances, fear, uncertainty. But those reasons are starting to feel less important than what's burning inside them. And restraint, when it's fighting against something this powerful, is less than hash zero. 5 hash is greater than it doesn't last forever. Eventually, something has to give. And it may feel as though you're approaching that breaking point. This reflection invites you to consider, what do you sense when you think about this person's energy toward you? And does it feel like it's building or settling? What's interesting about this kind of intensity is that it often shows up in contradictions. This person might be pulling away physically while their energy is completely wrapped around you. They might be quiet in conversation, but loud in their attention. They might be trying to play it cool while everything about them is screaming that they're anything but cool. And those contradictions, that tension between what they're doing and what they're feeling, it creates a kind of friction that's impossible to ignore. You might feel it as a pull, like there's an invisible thread connecting you to this person and it's getting tighter. Like every interaction, no matter how brief or surface level, carries an undercurrent of something unspoken, something waiting to be said or done or released. Passion like this doesn't usually announce itself politely. It doesn't wait for the right moment or the perfect circumstances. It erupts. And when it does, it can feel overwhelming. Not just for the person feeling it, but for you. Because when someone's intensity is directed at you with this much force, you have to decide what to do with it, whether to meet it, deflect it, or let it wash over you and see where it takes you. And that decision, that choice about how to respond to someone else's fire, is less than hash zero. 5 hash is greater than. It's not always straightforward because intensity can be intoxicating. It can make you feel alive and seen and desired in ways that are hard to resist, but it can also be destabilizing. It can pull you into something before you've had time to think about whether it's what you actually want. There's also the possibility that this person has been carrying these feelings for longer than you realize, that what feels sudden to you has actually been building in them for weeks or months, that they've been watching you, thinking about you, wanting you in ways they haven't expressed. And now, for whatever reason, the dam is cracking. The pressure is too much to hold, and they're reaching a point where staying silent feels more unbearable than the risk of showing you what's really going on inside them. It can seem as if they're on the verge of confession, of revelation, of doing something that can't be undone. This reflection invites you to consider, if this person were to express what they're feeling fully and without filter, how would that change things for you? Some of you might already be feeling the impact of their intensity, even if they haven't said anything explicit. It shows up in small ways, in the attention they give you, in the way they find reasons to be near you, in the way conversations with them feel different than conversations with anyone else. Heavier, more loaded, like there's a whole other dialogue happening beneath the words. And that subtext, that unspoken layer, it's it can be exhausting to navigate because you're constantly reading between lines trying to figure out if what you're sensing is real or if you're projecting, trying to determine if they're actually feeling what it seems like they're feeling or if you're just caught up in the energy and making it mean more than it does. But here's what's also true. Your intuition about this, your sense that something volcanic is happening beneath the surface, it's probably accurate because this kind of energy doesn't hide well. It leaks out. It shows itself even when the person tries to contain it. And if you're picking up on it, if you're feeling that heat, that urgency, that sense of something about to break open, you're likely reading the situation correctly. The question isn't whether their passion is real. The question is what you want to do with it. There's a rawness to this kind of feeling. It's not polished or controlled. It's messy and human and sometimes a little reckless. And when someone is feeling this intensely about you, they might not be thinking clearly. They might not be considering consequences or timing or whether this is wise. They're just consumed. And that consumption, that all encompassing want, it can drive people to act in ways they wouldn't normally act. So you might notice them doing things that surprise you, reaching out when they've been distant, saying things that feel more vulnerable than anything they've shared before, making moves that feel bold or sudden or completely out of character. And all of that, all of those impulses, they're signs of pressure finding release. This reflection invites you to consider what part of you is drawn to this intensity and what part of you is cautious about it. It's important to stay grounded in yourself as this unfolds because when someone's passion is this strong, it can be easy to get swept up in it, to let their feelings determine your feelings, to match their intensity without checking in with yourself about whether that's actually what you want. And while there's nothing wrong with being responsive to someone's energy, you also need to maintain your own center, your own clarity about what feels right for you. Because passion without discernment can lead you places you didn't intend to go, and intensity without foundation can burn bright and fast, and then leave nothing but ash. So, as you navigate whatever this person is bringing to you, whether it's already spilling over or still building toward an eruption, remember that you get to set the pace. You get to decide how much space you want to give this. You get to honor both the attraction and the caution, both the curiosity and the boundary. both the possibility and the reality of what's actually in front of you. Their passion doesn't obligate you to anything, it's theirs to feel. And what you do with it, how you respond, whether you lean in or step back, that's entirely yours to decide. This reflection invites you to consider, if you knew this intensity wouldn't last forever, would you still want to experience it, or would you wait for something steadier? Stay present, stay aware, and trust yourself to know the difference between heat that nourishes and heat that consumes, because both can feel powerful in the moment. But only one will still be warm when the fire dies down. You deserve passion that respects you, intensity that sees you, and desire that doesn't just want you, but values you enough to show up with care, not just combustion.